we had a rule for our dress code. It was either collar, tie, or your collar had to be outside of your suit jacket. And so a couple guys on the team went full disco. Yep. Chest hair popping out, big butterfly collars outside of their jackets because they didn't like wearing ties.
I was thinking about doing that. I don't like the tie. It's too restricting.
Go full disco, man. Go full Dirk Diggler. That's the way to go.
And I got the haircut going up this morning to freshen up the fade and the mullet, so that'll work nicely with the disco look.
Absolutely.
I just need an Austin Matthews stash, and we'll be rolling.
Are you getting excited now? Are you at that point where you're getting?
I'm really excited.
Are you anxious? What's the feeling?
It's a little bit of both. I'm excited. I'm ready for the season. It's been we're end of September, beginning of October. The season ended in March. It's like, let's get down to hockey. Like I wanted to start a month ago. I'm also a little bit nervous. Like I don't know if we talked about it before, but so I signed in the Fed 3 years ago in Columbus. I thought, like everybody says online, it's like a men's league. It's a beer league. It's not very good hockey. The guys suck. I was wrong. I was very, very wrong. I did not come in prepared. I also came into camp with a knee injury, and you factor in trying to play with a knee injury. You also weren't prepared. Like it just terrible. It was horrible.
Well, think about this. Once upon a time, the Allen Cup, which is the senior men's championship here in Canada, once upon a time, like that was the next best thing to the Stanley Cup. I mean, if you weren't playing NHL, you were usually playing senior hockey. I mean, obviously now we have numerous leagues across the world, in North America especially, but this is a step up. I mean, you go watch the Allen Cup, you go watch your rural teams play and try and qualify for the Allen Cup. It's good hockey. I mean, these are former players from the WHL, University, Western League, all sorts of junior. And so you take that a step up to guys that are actually focusing on not having a job and then going to the rink and practicing. Like this is a full-time gig. You're going to get some solid hockey players in that league.
And you get some guys that'll like burn you and make you look ridiculous.
Yeah.
Especially when you're not prepared and kind of all that stuff. So my agent and I, we had a talk on the phone actually yesterday about exactly this. Like just put the past aside. Like I screwed up. I messed up before. It is what it is. Nothing we can do about it. I've come into camp prepared now. I'm healthy, which is honestly kind of a miracle. 100% healthy. I had a great month of training in Vancouver and a little bit in Hamilton. I'm ready. I'm feeling good. I just have to stay healthy and then go and execute the game plan. So I talked to our GM on the phone today, and we mapped out a game plan, expectations, starter, backup. So starting out of the gate, I am not going to be the starter.
You know that already?
I am not going to be the starter on paper right now.
Okay.
So we have one guy, his name is Trevor Babin. He played in the league last year. He is on paper the starter, and that is the expectation. I would slot in at number 2. And then we have 2 local guys who will kind of slot in at 3, 4. If we ever need a goalie, training camp, we need 4 goalies, so those 2 will be there.
Yep.
But that's the plan. A great training camp can change a lot.
Of course.
Both, maybe he has a poor training camp, I have a good one, or I have a poor training camp, he has a good one, and now I'm the third guy and I'm getting sent home. So that's the thing with North American Pro is that you have a bad week, see ya.
Well, yeah. Well, listen. I mean, don't sell yourself short. I mean, it could go the other way too. I mean, any smart coach knows that he rides the hot goaltender, right? And I mean, the advantage that you have rather than in the NHL where there's a lot of politics, and even in the American League, if you've got a young guy who maybe you have a better veteran goaltender in the American League, but the parent club wants you to ride the rookie because they want to get him seasoned. You could be on the backside, or even in the pros. The big money guy is going to get more time than the lower money guy. But you're in a situation where you just ride the hot goaltender, period. There's nobody looking above, no one looking below. There's no expectations as far as money and that kind of stuff. So it comes down to who's playing better. And if that's you, any coach would be an idiot not to ride their hot goaltender.
Well, I think the two is you have an expansion team where there's no pre-established roster. There's no like starters, all this kind of like everything's fresh. You come and have a great training camp. I show that I can stop the puck at a competent level, and on top of that, make saves that maybe other guys shouldn't. And I have the intangible assets to provide confidence to mostly the coach and the coaching staff. I'm going to get starts. I was told, though, I guaranteed will not be starting opening night. The opening night start will be going to the other guy.
Okay.
And then we're playing a 3-3 to start the season off. So I'm going to get one of the games. Which one, we don't know, but it will not be the opening night start. So to all the people that messaged me that they bought opening night tickets, I'm sorry you're going to be watching me open the gate.
Yeah, well, you'll be there for warm-up.
I'll be there for warm-ups.
Yeah.
Happy to stop pucks and...
Hey, you're in a uni and you're on the bench.
Exactly.
For those that are outside of that viewing area that can't go to the games live, are they going to be streaming games?
Yes. So every single game, not just like our games in Motor City, but all Fed games will be live streamed free on YouTube. So the full broadcast. I believe they have play-by-play as well. They in the past.
I haven't gotten a phone call yet, by the way, for that play-by-play.
You said don't call you.
No, well, if they can afford me.
Okay. We have to reach out. We got to get some money, and then call Dave, and then we'll get Dave.
Then give me a shout. Yeah,
that'd be great. That would be great to have you out during the season.
Oh my God! Well, it's funny because I got into radio after my eye injury in hockey, and I got into radio because I wanted to stay involved in hockey. One of my minor hockey coaches, his name is Mark Stiles. He was the play-by-play guy for the local junior team in Fort McMurray, and he was also the sports guy at the local radio station, and he was my coach. And I always loved the fact that he was able to, do hockey for a job. And so the whole idea of getting into radio was to do play-by-play or something involved in hockey. And then after I went to college, I just kind of fell ass backwards into the whole morning show comedy thing and been riding that for 25 years. But yeah, the whole reason I got into this was to do hockey. So the fact that, we're doing a hockey podcast now is right up my alley. And yeah, I'm only 43. So, I've still got lots of broadcasting years left.
You're not 26?
I feel like I am sometimes, but my kids make me feel a lot older. But yeah, listen, I would never say no to at least looking at an opportunity like that.
When people message me that listen on the audio or the Apple or the Spotify version of the podcast, they say, describe Dave to me. I said, well, he's young, he's chiseled, he's good looking, he's got
thanks for lying.
Good jawline.
Yeah, thanks for lying.
And then they look at the video version, they say, oh, Dave's off this week.
Yeah.
Dave's on holidays.
Who's this guy? Yeah.
This isn't Dave. Nope, this is Dave.
Not the guy you described.
That was last week. That was Rob.
Oh, okay. Yeah. No, he's a handsome
Hey, if you enjoyed this video, hit the subscribe button. We do a new podcast every single Sunday during the season called Sling the Biscuit. It is a non-mainstream hockey podcast, so we talk about my hockey career, the minor pros, Spain, the Fed, you name it, all the stuff that you won't hear in the mainstream news.
Music,
Pop culture.
politics, a little bit.
Thanks for watching this video, and we'll see you soon.